Hello, hello, hello. Today we are making potato bags and I am so excited about this. They are double-sided fabric with some 100% microwavable batting, and you just pop your potatoes in here, plop them in the microwave, feel them. Make sure that you do not cook these for longer than 8 minutes in the microwave. 100% cotton, 100% microwave safe for up to 8 minutes. But I ask you, your potatoes gushy after 3. So love them. That we're making today. Okay, I have 2 yards of potato fabric. We're going to go ahead and cut the entire 2 yards into 10-inch strips and start our potato warmer bags. Okay, so that ended me up with 7 widths of fabric at 10 inches each, and some excess we're putting in the scrap bin. And my friends, hit that subscribe button because we are into scrappy quilts lately. Hit that subscribe. Okay, and I have this brown backing fabric. We're going to go ahead and cut that into 10-inch strips as well. I have it folded over here, so it's still only single layer, but it's 4 layers of fabric. And this is going to be the inside of our potato warmers. Okay, so in front of me, I have cut 10-inch strips out of some forks and spoons, some brown fabric, and my potatoes. Now, I am doing potato bags today because I just finished quilting on the long arm a quilt that was using 100% cotton batting with 100% cotton scrim, and it's very thick and wonderful, and I thought we could use that as the inside of our potato warmers because that's what we use inside of our potato warmers. So let's put it together and have fun. And we're putting our fabrics together, right sides together. We are doing it with the fabric. We're going to go ahead and cut off our selvage and pull it up, and whatever the shorter fabric is for width of fabric, that's where we're going to cut it off so both of them match and are the same sides. All right, so I've cut off the excess of the one fabric so that they're both the same length, and then we're going to take them, fold them in half, and cut them in half. Again, this is a very, very easy project, beginner friendly. And then we put our third layer, which is the batting. Again, the batting is not cut to the 10 inches. We're going to trim that after we sew it because, again, it was a scrap piece of 100% cotton batting that I had just finished quilting the quilt. So I know it's 100% cotton, 100% cotton scrim. And we're going to take all of our fabrics face to face, and then we're going to put the batting on one side or the other, and we're going to stitch. And then after, we will trim the batting right to the edge. We're going to snip off all of the corners, making sure we don't go into our threads, and then we're going to turn them right side out. Now that we've gone through all of our batting that was scrap, we're opening up a Dream Cotton 100% pure cotton batting and looking for the word scrim. Here we go. No scrim, glue, or binders. No scrim, 100% pure cotton batting. So we are going to be able to use this in the microwave for up to 8 minutes. So let's go ahead, open our batting, and trim it into our 10-inch strips. And we're looking at our potato warmers, 100% cotton, 100% microwavable, machine wash with light colors. 1 1/8 yard equals about 4 potato warmers because 3 times 3.5 yards, 3 3/8. Thread, needle, pen, seam ripper, you need a lot of different tools, and you've got to keep your sewing machine in good order. 100% cotton batting with no scrim. If I use a 60 by 60 throw, they're usually about $17 to $19. The dollars to make 12 would be approximately $72. So it's an expensive undertaking if you don't have the materials on hand. But again, 72 divided by 12, we're coming out to about $6 each. So if I double that, I can easily get $12 each. But again, that's kind of on the cheap side. So I would say $14.99 each. Or if you want to buy 3 or more potato warmers, $12 sounds like a good deal. But no deal if you buy two. You got to buy three to get that $12 each, or else you're paying $14.99 per. I hope this helps. And it's a great, easy, quick sew, very easy, and it's beginner friendly. All right, so now we have our potato bags turned right side out. And what I do is I turn them right side out, and then for each of the corners, I'll just push kind of like it's sharp, but it's really blunt, gently up into each corner to go ahead and make sure that they're all fully out. And then we're going to take them back over to the sewing machine, and I'll show you how we close it up and sew around them. Yay! First four, ready to go. And we changed the upper and the lower bobbin thread into brown to match the top and the bottom of our bag. Now we're going to take that opening and we're going to fold them over and make them line up with the rest of the bag and make sure we're right at that seam. And we're going to go ahead and start stitching right above that split. And it's important that you change your thread and match your top and your bottom. Have the top match the thread and the bobbin match the back of the thread. I always lock my stitch when I start and when I stop. And we're going to do a very scant 1/4 inch all the way around the bag. If you're not happy with any of your corners, take a pin and pull it out. So you can use one of your stronger pins and pull out the corners to where you are having a point. And remember, we dubbed off the corners, so there's not extra bulk there, keeping it from being pulled out. So you can pull out those corners and make them a nice square for yourself. And we're just sewing a scant 1/4 inch, and I'm guiding it as we go. And I'm going to go ahead and make a second round through here sewing. And if you've used a batting that's extra thick with no scrim, scrim is that stuff that holds it together when you punch it to get it in one piece, one layer. If you've used extra heavy batting, you may want to go ahead and about 2.5 inches in, we're going to do a stitch all the way in the center, rectangle, mimicking this outside line. Now, we don't have to do that. That's a completely unnecessary step. But since we've used no scrim extra thick batting, in the wash, if you don't dry it immediately, it can buckle up and you'll have to flatten it out. We're just going to save that step by doing this stitch, because every time you use this, you're going to wash it. This is a kitchen item. This does touch food, so you are welcome to wash it every single time you use it, and it's going to stay good forever. Now we have our potato warmer. It is sewn on the edges. It is sewn a line around in the center. Now we're going to take it and we're just going to fold it up about that amount, fold it down about that amount. There's no need to measure, but if you do want to measure, I have folded this up approximately 7 inches, which means to match, we're folding it down approximately 3 inches. And now you can use your clips on it, and we're just going to sew straight down here, and then we're going to sew straight down here. And remember, that means we're sewing over 12 layers at one time, so go slow, be accurate. This is going to be your opening to put your potatoes in, put your potatoes out, your bread, etc. Okay, so I have gone ahead and put clips on the bag, and now we're going to start sewing this side over here first. And I may move the clip down as I go just to keep myself in line, but I usually hold it by my fingers. But it's really nice to have control on at least the other side while we're doing one side. These clips are wonderful. You can find them in the sewing department. If you don't have these, you can use the black paper clip kind of things. You can use the wooden clothespins. You do you. It's not necessary to have the sewing clips. I know they're kind of expensive, so maybe I will pay attention to what I pay and see if I can locate a cheaper source for you. Or please, please, please hit the comments down below. Let me know where you get your clips for sewing and what you're paying for them. That way I and the rest of the audience can make sure we buy them at the most economical place. All right, so let's go ahead and sew this. I'm sewing kind of on the previous line that I made. Want to make sure that I go directly over both fabrics. One doesn't slip off the other, and we stay perfectly aligned. And this is going to get a lot of tugging, so I'm going to go over this a couple of times right here where it matches. And for those of you who are wondering, I do have my stitch on a 2. And just to let you know, a straight stitch is all you need on here, because a straight stitch will withhold up to 9 pounds per square inch on a straight stitch. So we're going over this 2 and 3 times at the places where you tug at it. So it's going to be really nice and sturdy for you. And then we're going to turn it around and do the other side. But just to show you, we kept those lines together. Those clips are wonderful and work well. All right, so let's go ahead and sew this. And again, flipping it over, we're going to start at the bottom. And I want to make sure it's lined up, both of them perfectly together here, but I also want to make sure these are touching, not overlapping. By the way, this is a very forgiving project. If they are overlapping or they are separate from one another, the bag does the same thing. It's not necessary, it's only for looks. Well, congratulations, my friends. Other than trimming the bag, we are done. So trimming the bag, I meant trimming off my threads. We have a completed project. I'm excited. And our potato warmer bags are complete. I am very excited about these. I've made 4 of them super, super fast, and I love them. These are great as hot pads, hot plates. These are great for heating up your bread. They're absolutely incredible. And thanks for joining me today, my friends. I have appreciated having you as company on this journey as I make a couple more potato bags to gift to certain neighbors.